Okay. Next topic is community. I will give it to MAGA. You do have a tight knit community. It's the values of your community that worry me. See, I really think your problem really could just be broken down simply into vocabulary and you're learning universal terms. Like when you say, when your community says loyalty, that means they'll cover for bad behavior. They'll lie convincingly to cover up bad behavior. Perfect example of the MAGA, Make America Great Again, is a lie in itself. Because as all people with a good brain know, America was only great for white people. There was never a time that America was great for everybody. Not one time that America was great for everybody equally the same. I'm willing to argue that point with anybody. Unless maybe I don't know all of the history before white people got here. So there's a possibility. But then again, they had warring tribes too. So yeah. But if you look at the insidious way that they keep statistics, like when you hear, no, I'm not going to go into that. I'm sorry. But no, community. So the loyalty you have is you're going to lie about what happened in the past and how you got to where you are. You tell people that you and your family got here from hard work, just annihilating the fact that your granddaddy maybe took that land from a black man and lynched that person, and they thought so little of it. That's not even in the history of your family story, nor was it newsworthy. So there would be no history of it there. There was a lot of land in this country after the end of slavery. You mean to tell me that you think white people, if they came across a strip of land that they wanted and there was a black family there, if they didn't think those people were humans, you don't think they just killed them quietly with no one? And then I know what the racist is going to say. The racist is going to say, well, that was everybody. And it couldn't have black people done that too? Yes, it could have been done. But if I'm on that land when, say, one of those relatives from that other family come there and they bring the cops with them because they see niggas on that land, what do you think's going to happen? And now to add another dynamic to that, what if I'm just lying about my family used to own this land and now you're on it, you killed them? And the police officer doesn't particularly like Negroes either. So he says, you know what? Yeah, I'm down with that. Think that ever happened? Like, you don't even fathom the life that our people had to go through throughout the creation of this country, whether it be slave or quote unquote free man. To this day. So the economic benefits that you had grew over the years as we had none, and then we had to catch up, and now you're using those economic benefits that you had and this power that you have gained to keep us out of the corporate environment. And you think that people don't see it, like myself don't see it, but it's obvious. And then when they made you take resumes and view them on credentials alone, you call it DEI. You got more women and more brown people, and you just got upset because you couldn't perform your control anymore.
I'm just minding my own business and rewiring my whole belief system. What people don't understand is how hard it is to actually wake up and realize your entire life has been a lie, and now you have to start over from scratch. My entire family is deep Southern conservative Christian Republicans.
In the mind.
Message!
It's been buried into my whole system since birth. Seeing my truth and removing myself from it has been the hardest thing I've ever done.
Of knowledge.
But your loyalty to that community made you blind to it, made you blindfold yourself. That's why you see every single person who's coming out against MAGA now, who was MAGA, they're saying, I was lied to. They can literally tell you all the ways they were lied to, because we're not blind to it. If you're white and you look around and all you see is whiteness around you, you need to make sure that you find out shit about brown people and not from the people around you, because how would they know black people when you don't know no black people around you? White people are the experts of everything. If you watch TV, they're experts of everything. But yet, you created nothing. You're the experts on Asian art, on African art, on jazz music, on hip hop music. You're the experts on everything. How? Because media is created, and in America even took this from the Nazis when they went against them. They saw that media can be used to brainwash the masses and make them think whatever. Your community is just, it's not like a real community. It's not a family unit. You're more like a mafia, and you don't view yourself as that, but that's how everyone else views you. And you don't see it at all. I don't get it. Your community should be a group of loving people. And all right, and this goes for friends and family. And this is why one thing I don't get about people is that if you are friends or family with someone, you need and have an obligation to be honest with them and tell them the truth, especially if it can hurt someone else. And if they refuse to take that advice and it's leading to hurting somebody, it's your obligation to speak up and say something to stop it from happening, especially if it's foreseeable. Does that make sense? If we did that, this world would be a better place exponentially, just immediately. When I say I love someone, I'm willing to hurt, I don't want to say hurt their feelings because people take that the wrong way. I'm willing to say something that may hurt their feelings if it's for their betterment. I'm definitely willing to say something that's going to get on someone's nerves if it's for their betterment. I don't care about getting on your nerves. I say things that need to be said. Not to say that it's always right, but it may provoke the right conversation that needs to be had so we both get set right. That's community. If I see that you don't have, I make sure that you have. Not because it's a good thing to do, it's the right thing to do, but because when that makes it more likely you'll pay it forward or pay it back. And then so on and so forth, and it multiplies till it hits everybody. And that's really that's the Christian ideal. If you just follow Christianity or Islam or any of these religions, if you just followed them to that point and stop focusing in on the parts that are easy to do, like anger and vengeance, you don't find the loving parts important. The very words that Jesus supposedly spoke, you don't find that important. You could easily follow that as well, but your community is all astray. Everyone's all over the place. And you have known snakes in your community and you are willing to stay with them just because of the numbers, because you're worried about losing elections. Listen, Republican is not your religion. Okay? Republican is just a party. It's not it's not really a fight. The fight is to do the right thing. It's not to fucking put it in somebody's face. It's not pom-poms. This is not a game. You have to Project 2025, and I'm not trying to get too deep into that, but the fact that Republicans don't even know what, a lot of Republicans, voting Republicans, don't even know what that is and how it's going to affect people is like, it's really disturbing, because that's just, You refuse to do that. And other people in your community should have said, you know what? I do like Trump, but this doesn't sound right. We need to at least make it an issue that these streamers and media people talk to him about. And you didn't. You said you didn't care because Joe Rogan said it wasn't a big deal and we were overreacting. The man who has a conspiracy theory for everything said it wasn't a big deal and you believe that. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. Your community has to be better on getting on top of each other and seeing when the infection comes in. And the fact that your community has not yet gotten rid of Nazis.
I'm sick of this motherfucker, man.
And white supremacists.
Damn.
Is disturbing. Especially when you claim to be the Christian people. Christ did not hang with white supremacists. The white supremacists of his time killed him. Or let the Jews kill him, however you want to put it. Your community needs to expel those people. Expel them completely. Patriot Front. The Proud Boys. Boogaloo Boys. All of these groups, you need to get rid of them. Expel them and expose them. And I tell you this, there's a chance that they can turn around after that. But they have to be exposed completely so everyone knows what they are. This is only right to do for the other communities of the world. Let them know what your disease and disgusting are. You think that, I mean, you know what? I'll give you that too. In the black community, we do that as well. We do cover up for some low down people. But that's because our community has been so attacked. We have nothing left but community. Once we give that up, we have nothing left. You have a governmental system, a criminal justice system. You have millions of layers of protection for you. You have a constitution. We don't have that. And when we have that, then I'll back down off of this hill. But until then, you need to check your community and check your privilege.
Didn't you hear him tell you ain't no slave?
So you really free?
Yes, I was free.